everyone. Um, if you've been on my channel before, then you know who I am. But for those who are new, my name is Shady Rewrite, and yeah, welcome to my channel. Uh, Welcome actually to my what I want to consider my official 2021 video. And yeah, so before I get into the actual video, I just want to ask everyone, how are you today? How's 2021 treating you? For me, it's been going okay. Been a bit more busy with school and, well, just mostly school and probably a little panic thinking about what to do with my channel. But yeah, that's really how I am, so no need to worry. So this video is actually a long time coming. I've wanted to do this video for a while now, like about a month ago or 2 months ago. It's March, and yeah, despite asking the people for these stories a month ago, even though I bet they've already forgotten about me asking them. I think one of them's got a deleted account now. I still really wanted to do this because I wanted to make people smile, because transition! Yay! Transition! We're looking at wholesome stories. I want people to smile. It's so embarrassing in front of a microphone. Anyway, so yeah, you guys can listen to me read all of this out, and you can listen to it if you're gaming or reading a book. If you're drawing or doing any sort of homework. Yeah, I don't really mind. That's what I want part of my channel to become. So yeah. Anyway, let's get on with the first story. This story, a month ago, was made by user CyberMaddie. She made a little girl's day today. Little girl's day that time. Obligatory I'm on model. As well as this happened 2 days ago. It's a month, 2 months and 2 days ago. LG is little girl, LGD is little girl's dad, and me, some weirdo. So to start this, I'm a cosplayer, and I've decided that I like wearing my elf ears anywhere I go. They're comfy and a lot of people like them. Besides, if you can go to a store in PJs, then why can't you in cosplay? That's very true, you know? What's stopping us from going around wearing cosplay? Except the really naughty ones. Don't do that, guys. Anyway, I'm in town with my grandma, and we're picking up a few things at Wally World. Wally World? What's Wally World? Is this a place I'm too Filipino to understand? Yeah, probably. I, of course, went to look at video games and such. I got a few looks for my ears, but nothing interesting. That is, until I catch up with my grandma and we reach the produce section. There was a girl and her parents by the bananas, and the dad is really intent on them. Little girl, gasping and getting all excited, trying to get her dad's attention. Oh my god! Dad, look! She's got real elf ears! Me, just smiling and waving to her. Dad, look at her elf ears! Then the little girl's dad finally looks up and chuckles, telling her he sees. I had to keep walking, but I saw her a few times after, and every time she was looking at my elf ears, I felt so happy for the rest of the day. Honestly, that's such a really, really cute thing. Just making a child's day and making them all excited. Like, I know that some people would be like, children, but it feels really nice to make the innocent ones kind of smile. Occasionally, that's it. I don't know. I just find that really sweet and adorable. Anyway, let's get on to the next story. This was posted by user UC5715. And apparently they had an experience with a kind girl on the bus. A few years ago, when I was 16, I was going to my karate course after school. Of course, you need to bring your own protective equipment, your towel to wipe out your sweat, clothes and water. I carried all these items in a very big bag. My school is really far away from my home and the dojo I used to go. It takes about 40 to 50 minutes for me. My God. Sorry, that's a really long ride. I was on the bus about 4 p.m., which is a rush hour. Oh no. Every single seat was occupied, so I had to stand. I was next to a girl who was sitting. I saw that she was from the art school, a couple hundred meters away from my school, from her white uniform. So she recognized the girl because of the white uniform. She was probably a senior. Probably probably 1 to 2 years older than me. She saw my huge bag. She probably thought how heavy it might be. Out of nowhere, she offered to take the bag on her lap. I was a bit surprised. I thought to myself, why would someone want to help me out of nowhere? I refused because I thought that it would be rude. She insisted and I accepted and gave her my bag. I still couldn't believe that somebody would be this kind to me. After she reached her destination, she gave me her seat and left. I watched her while the bus was going away. I still regret to this day that I forgot to thank her. Too lazy didn't read. Girl on the bus saw my very heavy looking bag. She thinks my bag is really heavy, takes it on her lap, then gives me her seat when she arrives. They were really sleepy during that time, so there must be a lot of typos. Sorry for that. No problem, dude. Everyone has their off days. But anyway, yeah. Kindness, really, really, really grand. With not to bash on certain people, but with all the Karens and the Darrens and the running around, it's kind of refreshing to have something nice and kind to look back to, even if it happened a few years ago. Yeah. Plus I like to commend on the karate thing. A little story, but like I used to take taekwondo. I did not enjoy it. Weak little me doing karate. I don't think that's going to happen. Anyway, on to the next story. This one's a little shorter, and it's by user Kinda Sucks Man. Says here, they had a little cute moment. So, my long-distance boyfriend and I were vibing. We're joking around on FT? What's FT? And he gets really excited out of nowhere. He asks me if I want to see his Snorlax. I said yes, and he runs to his closet and pulls out this giant Snorlax. Okay, I'm sorry. Anything with Pokemon is just, you got me. You got me. Like you say anything Pokemon, and I'm just like, Pokemon. Anyway, it was as big as him, maybe a little smaller. He could barely hold it, and it was just so precious. I almost died. Man, I love him so much. You guys are so sweet. Aw, that's really cute. Anyway, next story. Next is a story by user Depresso Espresso, and they got their little brother his dream Christmas present. Aww. My brother really liked that game Undertale. Ugh, who doesn't? Megalovania! My brother really liked that game Undertale and asked our parents if they can buy him plushies of the characters there. But since the second quarantine began in Bulgaria, our father had trouble with his job and only mom had a stable job which didn't pay much, so they unfortunately said no to him. Of course, he got upset because he idolized one of the characters and wanted to be like him. Is it Sans? Is it Sans? Did he idolize Sans? Please tell me it's Sans. And wanted to be like him. And I know the feeling. I idolize characters too. I wanted to buy him those plushies, but the money I had wasn't enough to buy one, so I had to wait until Christmas so I would get money. When I got the money, I gave them to my friend to buy the toy for me because my mom didn't allow me to buy things online. After a while, my friend called me saying that it came. I sprinted to his house to get it and of course thanked him because if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have brought the present. And when I came home and showed him the box, he was confused at the start. When I told him that Santa was late but still managed to bring him the gift. His smile was bright as the sun when he opened it. I felt amazing when he started playing around with the plushie. When our parents saw it, they lectured me for buying it. Lucky my brother didn't hear, and I don't regret it. I'll do it again at his birthday. Sorry if it has mistakes. English is not my native language. Bye. Have a nice day or night. And you too. Have a nice day or night, even though this was about 3 or 2 months ago. Anyway, that's a really sweet story. I really, really like that. Sibling bonds have always been something I find really cute since I have a sister of my own. So kudos to you. You're a really good sibling. And I wish I wish my sister thinks I'm as cool as you are. Anyway, next story. This one's another short one posted by user THC16. My best friend of 16 years at the time officiated my wedding. At the end of the ceremony, when you'd usually hear, "You may now kiss the bride," she said, "TH16, you may now kiss your husband." Our ceremony was already very untraditional, but I will always love that moment. Specifically, I can imagine this with one of my friends. On the off chance that we actually get married, but this kind of silly things that you do with your friends, keep that. I love friendship. Friendship. Anyway, let's get to the next story. And this short story again was posted by user Boopy Goop. Sorry. My dad always buys something for my mom when he goes to the store. Every time my dad goes grocery shopping, he ends up buying my mom's favorite candy and bringing it home to her. It makes my mom so happy since she's really stressed out this time of the year, which was Christmas. And that's like the sweetest, no pun intended, that's the sweetest thing I've ever heard. Like usually when I look at more older couples, especially like my parents, I would constantly tease them or look at them weird because it gets really corny. But this is the kind of corny I like, okay? It's the corny that makes you go you know? Our next story is from user Temptation's Edge. Instant karma is instant. So, I'm the shift leader or manager at most places of a Pizza Hut. Now I want pizza. And watch the small but nonetheless extraordinary act of kindness. I can't pronounce that word. Extraordinary. Anyway, kindness we could use. Which we could all use a little more of nowadays in this messed up world we're in. So to set the scene, I was sitting at my register, cashing people out for their orders as per usual. Then a tall, older gentleman, probably mid-40s, early 50s, came in. I cashed him out. He still had a little time to wait, given he was early. Then this little old lady came and tried to pay for her order. Even though her card had money on it, we saw her bank statement. For some reason, it kept declining. We tried it twice and the same result happened both times. The gentleman mentioned earlier noted this is the second time and paid for the lady's order. Aww. Not even thinking about it when he realized what was going on, or so it seems. It wasn't a big total, though he thoughtlessly paid for it. Then, when I noticed this happening, I gave him a store credit of the same total for his act of kindness to that little old lady. He was legitimately surprised by that. He even said, "I wasn't even thinking of doing it for any kind of reward, but thank you so much." I could tell she was almost in tears when she left the store, so I definitely didn't mind repaying kindness with kindness. I feel so warm. Kindness is just so cute. Anyway, we're down to our last story, and as I promised this person who's been waiting 2 months for my video, hi, their story is like so cute, and get ready because they even have a picture attached, so my story. This is posted by user Scipio674. My story. Hello everyone, my name is Riley. Hi Riley. Today I wanted to share with you my story of true love and how I found it. I'm currently 20 years old and have been out of high school for just over 3 years. To start my story, we have to go all the way back to the start of my 8th grade year. I had just finished homeschooling and started going to an alternative school for 7th to 8th graders. Now, the way this school worked was that there were 2 classes for the 8th graders, so half the grade went to one class while the other half was in another class. And it rotated as kids amongst 5 teachers throughout the day. I had met this girl who was in the other class. We'll call them Winry because she loved Full Metal Alchemist. Oh, I haven't watched that anime yet. And although we never had the same class, we talked every day. I ended up crushing on her hard and I gave her my house phone number. I wasn't allowed to have a cell phone at the time. We would call each other every day after school and play things online together just about all day. Fast forward to the last day of school. I had never told her that I loved her, but I wanted to kiss her before I left school and never saw her again. I had psyched myself up about it all day, then I chickened out when my ride came. Instead, I just got up awkwardly and said, "Well, see ya," as I walked away. Oh, this is something I would do. My awkward butt won't be able to do anything like that. Anyway, keep in mind the entire school, teachers included, shipped us together. I had written a message in her yearbook because my mother and father were quite controlling, saying she wasn't allowed to call anymore. Winry and I had promised each other that we wouldn't read each other's messages until we got home. So knowing she would see it after I was gone, it tore my heart and soul just to write that message because I loved her so much and this was our only form of contact. Fast forward to the beginning of my freshman year in high school. I had just gotten a phone, so the very first number I put in it was Winry's, and I texted her instantly. I told her I had a phone now, so we could start talking again, and sincerely apologized for the message I left in her yearbook. She responded, and we started talking again. Eventually, though, we lost contact, and I thought I had pissed her off, so she must have blocked me. Not a single day passed without her on my mind, and so began my search to find her. One day in my junior year of high school, I met a girl who we'll call Thought. Thought introduced me to her friends, and among them was a guy, we'll call him William, who quickly became my best friend. I was really depressed one day, missing Winry more than I normally did, and Thought had asked me what was up. I told her about Winry and how I loved her so much. She had apparently told William, and he started a search for any obituaries matching her name with no results. So I knew she was still alive out there. Jeez, you thought she was dead? Well, yeah, probably. I'd think that too. I was scared she might have died because there were a lot of rumors surrounding her name. What rumors? Is she royalty? Is she royalty? A few years later, William and I are searching her name again. We found an obituary, but not hers. Instead, it was her father's obituary, but had her name under his children. It hurt me to know she was out there somewhere. Her dad had just died and I couldn't be there for her. So I decided to search her father's name on Facebook and did indeed find the same man. However, when I looked under his friends list, I never saw her name. It struck me as peculiar, as I was sure he would have added her since he had her mother and siblings. I ended up searching his name online to find an address or phone number I could associate it with. And although I did find an address and phone number, it was in the middle of nowhere in Google Maps. No buildings or anything, not even a field of grass. It was in the middle of a construction zone, so I knew that wouldn't be it. Fast forward to June of 2020, I revised my way of thinking and looked at her father's obituary again. This time I noticed something about the children. Back when we would call, Winry had a little brother, but I never once mentioned that she had a sister. I never heard the sister's voice over the phone. It was always the little brother. Wait a second, that name looks familiar, I thought to myself. I searched her father on Facebook and looked at his friends list again. There she is, the sister. I add her with no hesitation, desperately hoping she accepts it, so I could get closure on what happened, if she was even still alive, or if I would ever see her again. I go to sleep and wake up to go to work the next morning. I look at my phone and I see she added me back. It was a miracle. My dreams had come true after all this time, finally. I'm instantly wide awake and open Messenger to talk to her. I see a message saying, "Hiya, saw you send me a friend request. You look familiar. Did we go to school together?" I responded telling her I don't think so, but I know her sister and have been looking everywhere in order to talk to her again. Asking if she had her number or anything, if she could give me closure on the rumors, etc. She then replies, "Alright, I'll give you his number." And insert number there. I thought her saying his was a typo, but then it quickly became apparent he was trans. So I asked what he goes by now, and she said Liam. We started talking again, and he said he had bought a new phone and lost all contacts. He asked why I looked for him for so many years, and I told him I missed him. I knew my love is real because when his sister told me he was trans, my feelings stayed. I reunited with him on June 16, 2020. Started talking about the past and he said he loved me too. So we started dating on June 25, 2020. It turned out he had started living in San Antonio, which is a 6-hour drive from where I live, Oklahoma. So on October 3, 2020, I drove to get to him because he was in a bad living situation. We got a hotel room and stayed the night. The next morning, I brought him to William and I's apartment. Now we all lived together and split the bills 3 ways. Recently, on December 26, 2020, we got engaged and I couldn't be any happier. Oh, this story, it's so cute. Have you ever thought of making a movie or a book or just kidding, but really now the whole plot of this plus the plot twist of realizing that Winry or Liam was trans, that was perfect, and that you still love them. And I still love them even though they were trans. Anyway, inserted here is the picture of both of them, and they just look so happy. Anyway, guys, those are all the stories I have today, and if you want me to take a look at this subreddit, leave a comment down below. And actually, I have a little thing. If you want your comment to be featured on my video, leave if you want your wholesome story to be featured on another video like this, go to my post it up on r/wholesome stories and maybe tag me on it if that's how Reddit works. I don't know how Reddit works. Or you can leave a comment down below and I'll make a few I'll read out your stories and I'll show them all for the public to see. So if you like these kinds of videos, if you want me to look at more Reddit content, leave a like, and if you haven't already, subscribe. My channel's a bit of a variety channel. I'll do different things, anything that makes me happy because I do this channel for fun. I can think of I can think of doing it for money, but like for right now it's for fun. Thank you for listening. Thank you for listening to this video, and I'll see you guys another time. Bye. Oh god.